I'm always amazed that when people tell me that it's so hard to know what's coming in technology. Well, if you watch Star Trek, the episodes about the Borg, are you really surprised about Google Glass? Are you really? Did you not see Google Glass coming? That's like the Google car that drives itself. Have you not seen that coming? Do you not read any science fiction at all? Science fiction where they're allowed to tell you about the agenda? My goodness. Anyone who's surprised about laptops and tablets, the tablet was told and foretold in, again, Star Trek. Many science fiction has told of the tablet. The one in the Star Trek episodes, several of their tablets even look like an iPad. If you can't see where the digital technology is headed, then you're just blind, in my opinion. And to my way of thinking, you should get to the library and buy you some and get you some science fiction books, or buy you some science fiction books on Amazon. For this is clearly put out there for you. For goodness sakes, you can watch silent films about going to the moon back when they were making silent films. 100 years ago, they were talking about Buck Rogers and the 21st century. Or the 24th century or whatever. Buck Rogers. Space. Living in space. Fighting in space. Long before Star Wars. Long before Star Trek. This digital agenda and the cybernetics of this digital technology is well known and well told if you can read. So this Google Glass is nothing more than Borg technology. It's been foretold. They've told you where they're going to take you. You're going to become part of the hive. You are going to become part of the hive. Or you are going to die. It's more than a collective. It is a mind meld with technology. Scientists call it the singularity. During World War II, undercover agents, spies, if you will, were doing spy things in secret. And they had to sign non-disclosure agreements that they wouldn't tell anyone what they were doing. Even after the war, many years after the war, they didn't and weren't allowed to talk about their service during the war because they were spies. And you don't give away spy secrets because you never know when you might need to do some more spy things. So you don't go into the details of what you did as a spy and how you did it. So the same thing happens today with your scientists. Apple, Google, wherever you work, Dell, HP, you are required to sign non-disclosure agreements about the technology that you're working on. It's the same thing with government, and it's the same thing with all private company activities. The people in the know are signing non-disclosure agreements. If you work for an automobile company, you have to sign a non-disclosure agreement if you're working on products, future products. So these scientists know where it's going, but they're not allowed to talk about it. Bill Joy, the writer of Java, talked about it. He wrote an article for Wired magazine called "The Future Doesn't Need Us." Why the Future Doesn't Need Us is actually the title. It's online. You can read about it, about the agenda that he saw and he was told about. He was shocked at what they were planning. Today, he's given up on that. He's a venture capitalist. His warning went unnoticed and unheeded. And it's coming to a time when cybernetics, our group, is going to go away this year, the end of this year. But Google Glass is just part of the agenda. Digital expert after digital expert who are getting these early development Google Glass units are saying, boy, I sure would like to have this embedded in my brain so I wouldn't have to wear these glasses. Borg. The Borg agenda is being promoted and supported. That's what Google Glass is. That's what the internet is. We are being assimilated. What can you do? You can keep the internet open and free. Will we? Well, judging from the last 40 years, we will not. So, me and mine and the people I am associated with have a plan to meld into and disappear within the cyber-internetic agenda. It's going to be sad to see all the rest of you go. But when you fail to heed the warning, you pay the price. Google Glass. Get it when it comes out. Let's get on with this Borg agenda. For those of us aware, we will avoid this assimilation. Thank you for listening.